Dear friends, in the second part of our course, we'll continue analyzing Scotch opening, and today we'll discuss Bishop C5 system on the fourth move. It's also very popular idea, and in my opinion, it's even a more ambitious way to play with black pieces. Um, I checked many systems, and I think that playing Bishop C5 black can hope to fight for the initiative. So it's a very interesting line. White has several opportunities here. Knight to b3, that's very popular line with the idea to develop the pieces. Knight to c3, bishop to g5, queen to e2 and make long castle. Also, knight to c6, that's the line I played myself a lot. Queen to f6, queen to f3, this kind of endgame, also very playable, very interesting. Today we'll discuss bishop e3 system. Immediately we made a little trap. For example, after knight f6, knight c6, queen is under attack, bc6, bishop c5, white is winning immediately. Of course, black has other moves to try, and in this video I'll show you main directions for white and for black. It's impossible to discuss all possibilities because it's too big, and if you want to learn this system, you can contact me for a PGN file, and I'll share it to you. And let's start our analysis with side moves. Black can play bishop to b6. This line is bad. We can play knight to f5. Bishop takes, knight f6. It's a game of famous Grandmaster Farukh Amanatov. Knight c3, castle short, queen d2, with idea to make a long castle and later to start an initiative after f3 and g4. White's position is much better. Also, knight d4. It's a possible move, but it's not enough for equality. Bishop takes, queen f6. Black is looking for endgame, e5, queen b6, queen takes a takes b6, f4. In my opinion, white got pleasant endgame, and white has better chances here. Usually black plays queen f6 in this position. We should protect our knight. And now there is a choice. If you want to learn this system from black side, I really recommend you to check this idea, d6. In my opinion, it's a very rare and promising line for black. We want to make something like this: queen to g6, knight to f6, castle. The only move to fight for advantage for white is the bishop e2 idea. Queen to g6, attacking the pawn. Castle. Queen e4 is bad because of knight c6, and bc6, bishop takes c6 is winning for white. So knight f6 should be played. f3, protecting the pawn on the e4, and d5. I think that in this fourth line, black is very close to equalize the game. Queen to d2, bishop to d6, bishop to f4, knight d4, c d4, d takes e4, exchange, exchange, and for example, knight c3, castle, f takes e4. We reach this position here. White keeps small advantage, and I think black can try it. Let's go back to this position. Usually black plays knight to e7. That's a normal developing move. We prepare d5 for castle, or there is another plan to play b6, bishop b7 and make a long castle. Bishop c4 is our choice. And now let's start with this system, b6. As I said, black's idea is to play bishop to b7 and castle long side. Castle, bishop to b7, And in this position, I recommend you to try knight to b3, attacking the bishop on c5. Bishop b3, f takes on f3 can be problematic for black because this pawn is hanging. So knight to f3, knight to e5, I'm sorry. Knight takes c5, b takes c5, bishop to b3, bishop b4, knight to d2. White sacrificed the pawn, but white is fighting for initiative. Knight to g5, rook to f2, attacking the pawn on c5, castle, bishop c5, d6, bishop d4. We can stop here, or queen h4. The position is slightly better for white. White has bishop square, and white can try to create some practical problems for black. Now let's discuss a very similar idea for black. Black starts with short castle, and now plays b6, queen to d2, queen to g6. Uh, Bishop b7 is bad because of f4, so queen g6. We should take on c6, knight takes c6, exchange on c5, and knight to a3. In this position, queen e4 is not really good idea because of knight b5. Anyway, we'll return the pawn on c7. So knight e5, bishop to e2, queen e4, f4, knight c6, knight b5. Once again, it's in white's favor. So bishop to b7. Now we can protect our pawn. Rook d8, rook d1, and later black wants to play d5, but we have a better pawn structure, and in general, white's position is slightly better. Now let's discuss the best way of the black's play. Knight e5 should be played, a bishop is under attack, bishop to e2, and queen to g6, of course. Usually, if black makes short castle, it can be a mistake. f4, knight 5 to g6 castle, g6, knight d2, then knight b3, then queen d2. White is much better thanks to his space advantage. So queen to g6, castle, d6. I want to mention that in this position, queen e4 is bad. We can go for knight d2, queen g6, bishop to h5. That's a typical for such line, bishop h5 idea, knight to f3, and white is better. So the d6, and in this position we have a choice. I want to recommend you two lines. The first one is the f4 idea. It's no, it can be risky because we sacrificing the pawn, but at the same time, after queen e4, bishop f2, bishop to d4, c takes d4, knight to g6, we have a compensation for this pawn. Queen f4, knight to b5. I checked some latest games, and even nowadays, white scored some victories here. And another idea for white, we can play f3. I think this move is stronger than f4. Now I want to mention that bishop h3 is wrong solution. Rook f2, long castle. We can start our attack immediately. Before bishop b6, a4, white's position is winning. So castle should be played. Knight to d2, d5. That's the point of black's counterplay. Other moves seems to be worse. King to h1, useful idea to avoid potential bishop h3 or checks. Take, knight takes, bishop is under attack, bishop to b6. Okay, this position can be analyzed deeply. My idea is to play a4 here, fight for the space. a5, of course, black has other moves. Queen to b3, knight to f5. Black is looking for some simplifications. Bishop to f2, rook e8. Now we can take on b6, we can play rook a d1. And this position is unclear. I think that both sides has no big problems here. Maybe white is slightly better because of the better pawn structure. That's all I wanted to show you in this line. You see that both sides have a lot of opportunities to try, and it's very interesting to analyze this position. Of course, it was not possible to show you all of the possibilities. So if you want to learn it deeply, you can ask me for my PGN file. I'll be happy to share it with you. That's all for today. I would be happy to see your likes and comments under this video. See you in the next videos and good luck.